to the book of Zechariah, chapter number 1. I read to you from verse 18 down to 21. Then lifted up my eyes and saw, and behold, 4 horns. Somebody say 4 horns.
4 horns.
19. And I said unto the angel that talked with me, what be these? And he answered me, these are the horns which have scattered Judah, Israel, and Jerusalem. 20. And the Lord showed me 4 carpenters. 21. Then said I, what come these to do? And he spake, saying, these are the horns which have scattered Judah, so that no man did lift up his head. But these are come to fray them. The word fray means to battle, to frighten them. Which lifted up their horn over the land of Judah to scatter it. Now it was 70 years that the indignation of the Lord was upon the land. And the prophet Zechariah began to seek the face of the Lord, began to weep and commune with the Lord concerning this terrible situation of the land. And God responded by showing him this vision. He said, I lifted up my head and I saw with my eyes, and behold, it was 4 horns. So that as you're praying in this season, you're praying, oh Lord, I want you to give me a new car, or I want you to give me a new house. You saw in your dreams a goat was tied. You continue, God, give me a new house. No, you have to deal with the goat that has been tied. God is showing you a home. You know, there are some of you that have been having this kind of particular dream. He said, I always see myself struggling inside the water, or I always see myself in the bush. You're praying now in this season, this praying season, our time, prayer season. You're also seeing the same dream. You have to pause. Because usually when you begin to say, God will just touch you in one corner. Say, look. So don't play with the things God reveals to you in this season. They are very, very powerful. They are indications of some very, very key things in your life. That's what Apostle Paul said to Timothy. He said, make good warfare with the prophecy that has gone before you. What a good warfare with it. Use it as an advantage. Use it so that it becomes a strategic warfare. A warfare that is targeted, program on the right course and against the right things and also for the right things. So visions or dreams helps you to achieve that. It gives you direction. Are we together? So he said, I saw 4 horns. And the angel that spoke with me or talked with me said, these are the horns which have scattered Judah. They have already scattered Judah, even Israel and Jerusalem. He said that no man did lift up his head. No man did lift up his head. These are the horns that have scattered Judah, that no man did lift up his head. Judah was in a devastated state. And for some of you, listen, you are from a family where an evil horn has been lifted up against you. And financially, no man has been able to lift up his head. For some maritally, no man has been able to lift up his head. Some academically, no man has been able to lift up his head. He said, these are the horns that have resisted the progress of the land. These are the horns that has kept them bound, kept them captive. These are the horns that frustrate their efforts. These are the horns that scatters their finances. These are the horns that scatters their marriages. These are the horns that scatters their ministries. These are the horns that scattered Judah, that no man did lift up his head. Today we are dealing with evil horns. We are consulting heaven so that evil horns that are resisting us can be dismantled. I came that will scatter the horns that scattered our own. That's why God shows you this is the home. Sometimes strong men rises from family. They become evil priests. They become homes against their family. Homes against the success of the family. I don't know how many people came angry like me to take down the homes that has been existing in their families from generation to generation. But I've come to do something to every home that is lifted up his head against me. David said, my head has not lifted up above the heads of my enemies. When the ones that are troubling the homes troubling you are cut off, then you can emerge. Then you can manifest. Only then you can become what God has destined you to become. But you must be ready to take down the home. Touch somebody, say, I came to take down the home. I came to take down the home. Homes in our lives, amongst us. God is about to exalt somebody this morning. Amen. Many years ago, a home rose up against me once upon a time in this city. And I never knew her. I'm talking about homes attacking you, the person, right now, okay? And I had some sisters that came to me, about 3 or 4 of them, and they said to me, we just left the city market. And there was a city woman that was just talking against you in the market. Pastor Joe, she was saying a lot of things. I said, what was her name? And they mentioned her name. It was an English name we've heard. I remember the name though. I said, no, I've never met a person like that. No, I don't know her. They said she was talking as if she has met with you before. I said, no. And not long after that, let's say 3 weeks after that, I was praying for a certain sister. Now, she was a member of the church at the time. I was praying for her, and she manifested, and she began to confess. And she made some very, very strong confessions. And she said there was a certain sister. Now, that particular sister has taken your name, not a church sister, right? Speaking of that same woman, well, I didn't know it was that same woman she was talking about. She said there's a certain person, and her name is, so she made mention of the name, but the native name. Remember, the first name I heard was the English. Some people know what I'm talking about, know the person that I'm talking about back then. So, she now mentioned the native name of the woman. So I couldn't relate, so I didn't think of that at all. And she said, I said, but why? What is it? He said, this woman is looking for you physically. And she wants to hold your shirt. She wants to fight with you. She wants to grip, like hold you, fight with you in nature, physically. I said, but why? He said, actually, she took your name somewhere. She said, there's a coven. She brought your name to the coven. And she said, this man of God, I want this, that to happen. And she was not a member, remember, never been a member. I've never met her before. Are you getting it? You need to understand that when you rise as a home, as you are about to rise today in your family, every strange home will recognize your presence. Amen. And they will begin to come against you, trying to put you out. So you need to know this. You don't even need to look for them. They will recognize you in your city, your place of work. Homes that are already in existence there will recognize you. You see the book of Psalm chapter 55, 75 and verse 10 says the homes of the righteous, the homes of the wicked and the homes of the righteous. Did you get that? So we all have homes. So when she gave them this contract in the coven, they tried and certain things happened. Trying to summarize. But however, then I said, so you knew this person, you brought this person's matter. And this is what we're going through now. Because of that, you are the one to pay for it. So she said it is that anger that is upon the woman. And that's why she's looking for you to fight with you. It was later I found that the name that was mentioned to me of the woman that was seen in the market talking against me, that English was an English name of this particular woman, and the woman that I was giving the native name by that sister through her confession was the same person. I now knew her like this physically. She was in the city. We met. The day I met her, somebody mentioned her. I said, oh, that's the woman. That was a home trying to rise up against the work of God. Trying to rise up against the one that God has sent with his testimony. But the Lord trampled upon that home. There are some people that they have already strategized. They are about to spring up against you. You will not even hear their story because God will trample upon them.